Greetings and salutations, you lovely degenerates, and welcome back to the Fuzzy Wallflower. I'm your host, Corey. Well, it is that time of year again, and we're right around the corner from Christmas, and the rules for cocktail channels is to make an eggnog video. I don't make the rules, I just abide by them. Well, sometimes. No, for real, it does seem like it's a good time of year to, indulge into the world of eggnog, especially now that I've kind of, if you saw my videos last year, you saw that I kind of overcame some of my eggnog fears, so to speak, from my childhood. Basically, the TLDR is Dad would let us open up one Christmas present every Christmas Eve if we would drink eggnog, and the commercial eggnog in the 70s tasted like spoiled milk, and that tradition lasts maybe 2 to 3 years until my brother got sick from it. So, needless to say, my experience with eggnog's not been very good. And then a few years ago, I learned to make it myself, and it was like, oh, this is delicious. And then last year, I decided to try some commercial ones, and you can check out the video. A few of them were all right. They were drinkable. Luckily, my dad loves it, so I gave him all the leftovers. So this year I thought, well, I found all these vintage eggnog. Why not try to make a couple of them? And Trader Vicks Bartender's Guide has 2 of them. A Boston eggnog and a Baltimore eggnog. So we basically have North versus South. And even though Baltimore is just barely below the Mason-Dixon line, but we're not here for history, we're here to drink cocktails. They're basically the same ingredients, but widely different ratios, and they have a special wine that I've never tried before. I'll grab it for you. So yeah, both of the cocktails have this Madeira wine. I've never heard of Madeira wine, and something about wine and milk and eggs doesn't seem to sit well with me. So we may have more of a traumatic experience, but hey, you never know till you try, right? And as always, I am not a bartender. Do not take any of this as bartender advice. So let's make some cocktails. So before we start the cocktails, I think it'd be good to just try the Madeira wine. And yeah, I have no idea if it's sweet, if it's tart, or if it's... Yeah, I mean, it does smell like a red wine, but just not as potent as like a Cabernet or a Merlot. So let's see what we got. It looks like Coca-Cola. Very sweet, very desserty type wine. Obviously an after dinner wine. Yeah, there's something in the taste. I can't put my finger on it. Maybe it's just, it definitely has more of a grape juice than like wine does, if that makes sense. But yeah, no, that's all right. Cheers, my friend. So, Baltimore eggnog. First, we're going to start off with a whole egg. And yes, it's got liquor in it, so the egg should be okay since you're not cooking it. The alcohol should theoretically kill anything in the bacteria. That's what they say. Next, you got 1 ounce of brandy, half an ounce of Jamaican rum, 1/4 ounce of simple syrup, 1.5 ounces of Madeira wine. And it's shaking time. Next, it said to add 4 ounces of milk. Basically, you can probably just top it off and it'll be good. So give it a little stir. Stir. And grate a little nutmeg on top of it. And that, my friends, is a Baltimore eggnog. That's a let's give this a shot. You know, I've gotten used to drinking homemade eggnogs, which are real thick because there's a lot of eggs in there and a lot more milk, and there's a little bit of vanilla and cinnamon. So it just kind of, the booze isn't that strong. You know, it's not like drinking a White Russian where that vodka is really, you know, coming out. It's a real smooth drink. And that, my friends, is the Baltimore Eggnog. All right, so let's see what the Yankee, the Boston Eggnog tastes like. Here's where we start the differences. Instead of the whole egg, we'll just do the egg white. And yeah, put the egg in its own tin to start with in case you accidentally break it. And then you got a whole mess, and you just save the egg for your omelet tomorrow. All right, now the alcohol. Half an ounce of brandy. Quarter ounce of Jamaican rum. Quarter ounce of simple syrup. Now here's where it drastically changes. We got 4 ounces of the Madeira wine. And it's chicken time. Next, this one asks for 8 ounces or a cup of milk. I think I got about a cup left. We'll just, I got a bigger glass, so we'll just fill it to the top. And give it a little stir. And get a little nutmeg topper. And now, my friends, is a Boston Eggnog. Let's see how much it differs. It drinks about the same. It's still very, you know, it's still very thin. It doesn't have the heavy cream and the eggs and stuff in it. A very light drink. It's not very alcohol strong. Even with that much more wine in it, it's not overpowering. I'm really surprised. Yeah. But, yeah. That's the Boston Eggnog. Worst accent ever. And, yeah, there we go. We got the Baltimore versus Boston. This Civil War, I don't think there was really a winner. They both kind of equally drank just as well. They tasted about the same. I mean, they have the same ingredients, just very different ratios. I mean, you really double up the wine, but you double up the milk in this one. But you tone back the rum and the brandy. This has got a little more in it. You know, I think you could play with the ratios a little bit if you wanted. Or make your regular standard eggnog and try the wine in it. Yeah, I don't know. That might be an interesting challenge to do maybe next year, to try vintage cocktails with a modern twist on it. You know, personally, I think it could use a little cinnamon and maybe a vanilla. You know, I think for just a one-off at the bar eggnog, it does the job fine. Yeah, drinking them side by side. This one might be a hair bit creamier because it's got the yolk in it, but they're really not much different. I guess I'll be drinking eggnog tonight. Well, with all that being said, if I don't see you before then, Merry Christmas and cheers.